Hi, boys and girls in pre-K. It's Mrs. Davis. One of the topics that we are learning about this week is amphibians, and I learned some really cool facts about amphibians that I wanted to share with you. I learned that the word amphibian means two lives. Amphibians can live in the water and on the land. All amphibians begin their life in the water. They have gills and a tail, and as they grow, they develop lungs and legs for their life on the land. Amphibians are cold-blooded, which means that their temperature is the same as the water and the air around them. They usually lay their eggs in the water, and they absorb water through their skin, so they don't need to drink water. They have long legs and webbed feet, which are great for jumping and for swimming. And I have a great story today that I wanted to share with you, and it's called Moonbear's Pet, and it's by Frank Ash. I want you to listen as I read the story and see if you can find out what kind of pet Moonbear had. Let's begin. Moonbear's Pet. One spring day, while playing in the pond, Bear found a new pet. "Oh, what a cute little fishy," cried his friend Little Bird. "What will you call her?" As Bear hurried home, he thought of names, like Skinny, Sweet Pea, and Slowpoke, but none of those names seemed quite right. Then he dropped his pet into a bowl of water, and she landed with a splash. "That's it," cried Bear. "We'll call her Splash." Bear and Little Bird loved to watch Splash swim and blow bubbles. They put Splash on the floor while they played and on the kitchen table while they ate. After lunch, they took Splash outside to watch while they worked in Bear's garden. They even took Splash shopping. Every night after Little Bear flew home to his nest, Bear stayed up late talking to Splash and telling her bedtime stories. And every morning, Little Bird brought Splash a present, an acorn, a seashell, a pretty pebble, or a pink button. As the days and weeks passed, Splash grew bigger and bigger. If you notice, I'm noticing her tail. And then I'm noticing some legs. One day, Little Bird chirped, "Look, Splash is growing wings. She must want to be a bird just like me." Bird took a close look at Splash. "Those aren't wings. See, there are 4 of them." Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They must be paws. Splash is becoming a bear just like me. "Why would anyone want to be a clumsy old bear when they could be a beautiful bird?" chirped Little Bird. "Indeed," exclaimed Bear, "why would anyone want to be a chirpy sack of feathers when they could be a big, strong bear?" "Well, I guess we'll just have to let Splash decide for herself," huffed Little Bird. "That's just fine with me," Bear huffed back. So Bear and Little Bird put Splash in a tiny pool next to Bear's pond and promised each other not to visit her for a month. "And don't visit me either," said Bear. "I won't dream of it," snapped Little Bird. Bear and Little Bird used to play together, and now they played alone. But if you notice, Bear is dreaming about his friend Bird, and Bird is dreaming about his friend Bear. At the end of the month, Bear and Little Bird met at Splash's pool. "Now we'll see what a fine bear she's become," mumbled Bear. "Or what a fine bird," grumbled Little Bird. But Splash wasn't in the pool. "Splash!" Little Bird called up to the sky. "Splash!" Bear called into the woods. Just then, a young frog hopped up and croaked, "Here I am." "Please don't bother us now, little frog," said Bear. "We're looking for my pet Splash." "But I'm Splash," said the frog. "But you're not a bear," said Bear. "Or a bird," said Little Bird. "I was never a fish either," said Splash. "I was a tadpole, and tadpoles don't become bears or birds. They become frogs." Bear was so surprised, all he could say was, "But wouldn't you rather be a bear?" "I'd rather be a frog," said Splash. "But wouldn't it be best if we were all birds?" said Little Bird. No, replied Splash calmly. I think it would be best if we were all friends. Bear was silent for a moment, and then he said, I think she's right. I agree, sighed Little Bear. I miss you, Little Bird, whispered Bear. I missed you too, Little Bird whispered back. And I missed both of you, cried Splash. Come on, let's all go for a swim. Good idea, said Bear. Great idea, chirped Little Bird. And they all jumped into the pond with a splash. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story, Moonbear's Pet. And did you discover what the pet was that Moonbear had in the story? He thought he had a little fishy, didn't he? But it was a tadpole. And we got to see that tadpole change from a tadpole into a frog. And that process is called a metamorphosis, when you go from one thing into something else. If you would like to learn more about amphibians and about frogs, visit our newsletter. There are lots of fun sites that you can go and watch some videos and do some fun crafts. It was fun visiting with you today, and I enjoyed teaching you a little bit more about amphibians. Have a great week. Bye.